Welcome back. This is Carlisle Amlach from Mahavidya School of Yoga and Ayurveda. Today we're going to do a Subdosha of Vata, or the 5 Vayus. Vata essentially is moving anything through the body. It's the government of the air and ether channels or elements, and it's anything that moves. So even when Pitta or Kapha are affected, the movement stimulation is coming from the 5 Vayus. So as a recap, we've got Prana Vayu, Vyana Vayu, Udana Vayu, Samana Vayu, and Apana Vayu. And we'll talk about each one of those. So Prana Vayu is the quality of air and ether moving in. It's our inhalation, the respiration, anything from external in that could also be stimulation through the 5 senses. So it is the primary Vayu. It's what's then moving through the body as the other Vayus function. On the Annamaya Kosha, or the physical body, it is coming through either the mouth or the nose. On the Pranamaya Kosha, the energetic body, it's what's coming in through the 5 senses. And on the Manomaya Kosha, or the mind sheath of the body, it's the movement of thought or the disturbances of the mind, that chitta vritti. Disturbed prana is easily observed through the action of the individual. So essentially using 5 sense therapies, we can create harmony as what's coming in from external to internal. And they become paramount in the support of prana vayu. So if you're noticing fluctuations in intake, thinking about what you're taking in through the eyes, through the ears, through the mouth, through the hands, through taste, can all be really supportive of that. And this helps us to understand more about the life force energy that we're using for sustained health. Pranayama also can be helpful in balancing prana vayu. And generally what we recommend to start is just full yogic breathing or belly breathing, just very gentle awareness of inhalation. You can reach out to us for more through Mahavidya and Ayurveda. Udana Vayu is the upward and outward moving air. So it's putting prana to work through action, expression, liberation. And generally, really the 3 goals that we have in life: kama, desire; artha, prosperity; and dharma, leading to moksha or liberation, is what's propelling that movement to do something, to speak something, to express something. Vitiations generally are being observed through lack of self-expression, stuttering, could be respiratory dryness, vomiting, upward, outward, burping, upward, outward, or abnormal enthusiasm. And 5 sense therapies are still recommended here, along with a focus on singing, maybe speaking, writing, some form of expressive release. Some is Vata moving from periphery to center. So it's what's carrying things across barriers, mostly in the digestive tract. So it's also taking sensory impressions from the brain and the nervous system. It's carrying venous blood back to the heart. But in the digestive system, which is mostly where we focus on Samana Vayu, it's carrying nutrients across the membrane in the intestines and into the bloodstream. It's responsible for absorption and balance to stabilize other Vayu. On a cellular level, it's transporting material across cell membranes, and it's the igniting energy of Agni, the igniting air quality of our fire in the digestive system. Regular routines help balance Samana Vayu. So regularity, as we know, breeds regularity and encourages absorption and stabilization of the body and mind. We can use Agni spices, digestive spices. Eating according to the strength and the capacity of the Agni or digestive fire is also important. So it's one of the reasons why feeling hungry before we eat is something we practice with the healthy eating guidelines. We also want to consider that we're eating until we're 75% full, so we don't overtax the system. Vyana Vayu is the Vayu moving from periphery or center to periphery. It's going to the fingers, the toes, the head, with its main role being circulation and distribution of prana to every cell. Vyana governs the arterial circulation, impulses from the nervous system, peripheral nervous system, and efferent nervous system impulses. So it's controlling motor function. It's carrying sweat out of the body. It's the force behind joint movement. It's the main site. It's going from the heart and moving outward as it's distributing fluids and circulation throughout the system as a whole. When it's compromised, we might notice excessive dryness on the skin, loose or stiff joints, cold extremities, high blood pressure, disturbed thoughts, or an obsessive nature. So generally what we find is Vata pacifying practices are actually really important. Connecting with oneself in the heart can be helpful, meditation, clearing heartache, as well as creative movement when we're working from core. And it's what we practice often in what we share from Simon Borg-Olivier is working from the core and then feeling it through the spine to get things moving from center outward. And that's the foundation of most of our movement practices that you can follow up with us for more. And final is Apana Vayu. This is the down and outward moving air, governing elimination, waste removal. So this is fecal release, urine release, menstrual blood, the movement down and out of having a child. And its primary site is the, and this makes it really easy for us to observe through elimination patterns the health of Apana Vayu. So vitiations can include constipation, not having that pass through, scanty menstruation, low semen volume, or in excess, it can lead to too much release, like if someone had chronic diarrhea, and could eventually lead to death. We would use 5 sense therapies. Cleansing, panchakarma is extremely supportive to help regulate elimination patterns. Decharging negative energy, finding clarity of truth, all support Apana Vayu. If people are too tense in general and pulling their energy in and up, it's hard for Apana to soften and release. So sometimes we find for yoga practitioners, for instance, if they're practicing holding bandhas too hard and they're squeezing everything in and up, they might not have regular elimination patterns. So we want to find a softness. It's a gentleness in what we're doing. And if you notice for yourself, you're not eliminating upon rising, just try building regularity. With regularity, you could try sitting on the toilet the same time every morning, have a little warm water. If you're comfortable, have some lemon water, warm, and just allow yourself to soften to encourage that downward and outward movement. So these are the 5 Vayus: Prana, Dhyana, Udana, Samana, Apana. And if you have questions, reach out. If you'd like more information, you can sign up for the full Principles of Health course. The link is in the bio, or our 500-hour teachers or professional training with Dr. Amrita Atale, and join us to learn more. We're very passionate about sharing the teachings of Ayurveda. Peace.